Hello, my fellow comrades and dear value viewers. Do not skip the video. If you have not seen two other of my previous video, make sure go and watch it first. Watch the first one, then the second one. By the way, do not skip this video. To those of my friends and to those of my closest friend that is in a country that is at war, if you try to contact me and if my account is suspended, it's because that new bloody shit, uh, June 1st, 2026 fucking social media new law, which I'm this close to beat them up. So if my account is suspended, you know exactly what happened. And I will try to find an alternative way how to contact you guys. And remember, I will still be back for my revenge on this new law. Now, all the Malaysian kids or teenagers, they heard the news that the government, before they give everyone time to settle every single thing. But did you notice that everybody is busy? Few of us have no time to settle our account, have no time to do this and do that. And plus, we have to focus on school homework some more, have to focus on things some more. We have other things to do, so we have no time to do all this thing on social media account because some of us, some of us has alter account, okay, like another account to post separate things so that the account is not messy. We don't want to mess our posts. So we have another account where we separate things. Man, it's giving me a headache. All the youth right now are very angry and very very stressful and headache. So you know what? I got a fucking whiskey. So you know what? I have now finally become a drinker. I blame it on every single person of you. Mm. Shit. Oh shit. It's whiskey mixed with Coca-Cola. It's already mixed into it. Ah! Ui, suka. Suka. Ugh. Don't know what I'm gonna fucking do with my life. I screw it. Now, there's another one I want to talk about before I get even more angry or pissed off and hurt my head. Let me get my whiskey mixed Coca-Cola before my head really hurts to my freaking head, and this thing will boil up to my head like a boiling water reactor. Ui, suka. Oh, блядь. Oh, oh, oh. Mm. Yeah, the whiskey is stronger. The Coke is just less. Fuck you. Okay, and oh fuck it. Fuck it. Now, one more thing I want to say is that to those who are watching this video or content, I know some of you are from a different nation or from a different country. My name is Ralph William. I am from Malaysia, and today I will expose one more thing in my country that was never told in your local news that you never heard about. So let's start with number one. Ui, Victus Satana. Whew, perkele. Well, to those who do not live in Malaysia and to those who live in Malaysia, you might know this news. And if you live in Malaysia, you need to open your eyes and realize that how many times our fiber optic cable was stolen by rats and mice or mouse, I mean criminals that was very sneaky in the middle of the night. They go and open the hole, then steal the cable, tie it up to their pickup truck or their van, then they floor it, then they cut it, then they put in their van or pickup truck and sell it to the junkyard. How many times that happened in the middle of the night? And then you realize your internet's become slower and slower and slower. How many times that happened? You know, when I watched the news, when I heard about that news, I am more very upset. The people who live in that neighborhood is even more upset. But looking at the news even makes me more upset when I heard about it. The second thing I will expose that was never heard in your country in the news, despite I'm from Malaysia, is being told in my own country, happened in my own country, is regarding how many projects, how many tall building projects or how many projects or fun project they try to do. Instead, it was either postponed, delayed, or cancelled. How many times that happened? Then how many times, how many times, uh, oh, stupid dryer. How many times the good citizens of Malaysia, there is also a content creator that warned regarding the sidewalk issue. How many times the good citizens take video of the sidewalk warning the city council, hey, the sidewalk drainage is already cracked, you need to come and fix it. Then when they fix it, it depends on the quality of concrete or rebar that was used. If it's a cheap concrete, it crack and it fails. How many times that happened also? And in my previous video, I did say, like in my previous video, I did say before the end, hey everyone, hey foreigners and everyone, don't travel to Malaysia and don't visit Malaysia. Reason is so easy to answer everyone's question. Because I'm from Malaysia, I can expose every single thing. Take the words that I tell you about the news, the cable that was stolen, those actually happen. And one more thing that was never tell, if you do not live in Malaysia, is that our MRT or metro system cable was actually stolen before by a very sneaky looking rat and mouse criminal who climbed into the restricted area of the void of the tracks and stole the cables. How many times that happened? Because of how they design, of how the architect designed shit here, and how many does they cut costs doing construction, and the cutting costs of constructions or renovation. Those can be found every single where throughout Kuala Lumpur, throughout Selangor, in Malaysia, unfortunately. Now, second, this one is so easy. To be honest, I am one of the good people in Malaysia that will really expose and tell the truth. Despite I speak a little bit of Malay and English, but mostly I speak in English. But if you speak to me in Malay, I will understand and I will translate it to English instead. But if someone speak to me in English and if that person is Malay, I can translate just a little bit. There are many times, like for example, if I go to Bukit Bintang or the Star Hill area, most people there are foreign, are travelers, foreign. There are a bunch of times when I was walking, those very, what should I say, very extremist Malaysian, they will walk like, like how we walk on the street, right? And the way how they talk was a little bit, like a little bit loud in the native language, like the Malaysian language, like this. Like for example, don't mind me, this is just example, okay? Orang ni balik negeri sendirilah. Which means that, which means if I translate means, these foreign people, go back to your home country. I heard that so many times on a few extremist people. It's been totally exposed. Now, one more thing is, people actually travel to Malaysia just to visit the Petronas Twin Tower, the Kuala Lumpur Tower, and the KL 118, and the Exchange Tower. Unfortunately, I've been living in this country for so damn long. I was born 2006, you know. There's one more thing I want to expose. It's actually just a hoax and a propaganda because some people who visited Malaysia, they actually post about very negative ratings because they say some part of the city is not in a good condition. Yes, that is true. The sidewalk is failing. Then when you walk few meters ahead, the sidewalk either end up into a drainage system or end up in a river. Or it might end up into a void out of nowhere. Yes, that one I can truly understand. And then this one story was shared by by my parents. By my adopted parents. Well, a long time ago, my adopted mom was was going to cross the road, okay? Was going to cross the road. This literally happened in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, back in 2000 somewhere either 2000. It happened like this year, like recent, or I think it was actually it happened two times. Actually happened two times. Crossing the road, whoop, fell into the drain. And this is not the first. This is not the first incident. People fell into the drain in Malaysia because of missing drain cover or loose drain cover. So to those of traveling, if you really want to visit Malaysia, the only advice I can give as a good citizen myself, watch where you're stepping because you do not want to fall into a void. Literally, the void is the drain. Then one more thing. If you live in Malaysia for quite a long time, especially me, if you own a car and you drive a car and you drive a motorbike, you know how the road are. Some of the road has pothole and it's just being patched. The moment you hit the pothole that was being patched, either your car is gonna go to a high slope bumper, then it will jolted down again from up slope to jolted jump. It's like the whole car is really about to break apart. That's how it sounded like. So yeah, to be honest, if I was a politician myself, or if I was a prime minister, all the kids and all the specialty kids like autism or handicap, they're going to love me because why? I'll give them more benefits. For example, the money that is given to you now, I will raise it up to 60%, double like what you have now. And then what else? And then I will improve couple of things. I will improve couple of things, okay? I will see what I can do. And then some people they don't know what to do with the homeless. I am aware of the homeless that is going around the streets. Yeah. Homeless, what I'm gonna do to the homeless is try to help them and place them in a homeless center. Then the homeless center will consist of having like shops and all which they can work and owe money. So that will be my idea and everyone will love me. I'll improve every single thing. And one thing, if I'm a politician, no, I don't like racist people, arrogant and very very rude. I don't like racists and I don't like extremists, unfortunately. But I will not cause any trouble with another nation, however. Like, for example, socialism or communist. You mean by this one right here? I let's just say I only like certain political stuff, just a bit. Let's just say a bit. But the most one I like is socialism. I'm more on the socialism side because why? I know so much about the socialism history. Because if you don't know what does, okay, first of all, what does, let me ask you these questions. If you can answer this question, you're very good. What is a hammer and a sickle used for in the communist symbol? If you can answer that questions, congratulations. Congratulations, comrades. I can speak in Sweden a little bit and Finnish a little bit and Russian a little bit. But you know what? I'm stressed out and pissed off. So you know, I'm gonna say in Russian. Suka, блядь. You know what? You know what the hell does this mean? In Finnish, I would say, Aista victu. Final victu, satana. A victu. Yeah. And then to your, to your stupid new social media laws or what, you know what I have to say? And to those who support the new law, the social media new law, I have to say, perkele to you. You're the perkele, you know? You're the devil. You're the devil doing evil deeds. You're the devil that is doing evil deeds, trying to stop us from doing shit. So, you're the perkele. You're the perkele that I want to drag down to the deepest depth of hell. Oh, you want more? You want to hear more Finnish word? No problem. I give you more Finnish word. Aista baska. You are a piece of shit.